Hey, today I would like to show you how to add physics into our games so that our objects can be affected by the physics law. The first thing actually we need to do is to click on our object, add component, and we need to add Rigidbody component. Remember that whenever we are doing 2D projects, we need to stick to 2D components because Unity has two different physics engines. One is for 2D and the other one is for 3D, and we can't really mix them. So we stick to that 2D components. So just press enter, and now thanks to Rigidbody component, our player will be affected by the physics. If I press play, it should fall down because it is affected by the gravity. Of course, we can set gravity to 0, then it won't fall down. And as you can see, it's still there. But what if we wanted our player to fall down and collide with the ground, for example? So let's put gravity scale back to 1. And now let's add ground to our scene. It doesn't make any difference now because still our sprites are only sprites, They have no idea about other objects. We need to add some colliders to them so they can collide with other objects. So in order to do that, on our ground, I will add component and type collider. We have plenty of different colliders, but they generally the same. The only difference is the shape of the collider. You can see that our ground is like a rectangle, so we will use box collider. Remember, 2D. So click on that one and it's there. And of course we need to add collider on other objects. So add component and choose box collider 2D as well. Now if we press play, our player should drop down and stay on the ground. Now we can move it, and everything is okay. And you might say, okay, but what if I don't need this Rigidbody? I don't need this physics. Do I still need to add Rigidbody to my object? It depends from the game, but sometimes when you want, for example, shoot some bullets, if you want to detect collisions, those objects need to have colliders on them, and at least one of them needs to have Rigidbody component. So this is how it works.